Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae and I'm back today with a second stimulus check update video. In today's video, we are going to discuss the most trending financial topic right now on YouTube, and that is the second stimulus. We're also going to talk about child support and what the HEALS Act has in it regarding child support payments or even just the garnishment of your stimulus. Then we're going to discuss unemployment as well as no EBT, guys. Like, no food stamps. What in the world? According to Chuck Schumer, right now the Republicans are really stingy regarding food stamps. And then last but not least, we are going to cover some rental assistance programs. So if you want to know what is going on in the world, my darling, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello. Hey friend, my name is Shalae, and here on this channel we talk about shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click that big old red subscribe button down below and you're in just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like because you like me and it's Tuesday and Greenleaf comes on today. Let me know if you guys watch it down in the comments below. Alrighty here. So let's go ahead and jump into the second stimulus. Yesterday, I announced that the Republicans had introduced their bill, and that was going to be called the HEALS Act. And there were so many questions regarding child support. Will all dependents get a payment? There were so many questions. So let's just clear it up a little bit. Okay, so the Republican proposal made it clear this go round that college students and adult dependents would be eligible for the payments in the second round. We expect the bulk of these payments to reach consumers in late August, which should boost the consumption in September in particular. So we know that these payments are supposed to be like the economic payments. So they're supposed to boost the economy, right? So they're saying, hey, by the end of August, they should get their payments, which will boost the economy in September. Now, the HEALS Act does have a few clauses in it this go round, right? Because we learned the first go round. So the HEALS Act would exclude anyone that is deceased prior to January 1st, 2020 from receiving a rebate and prohibit prisoners from receiving a rebate. So I guess them headlines last time on, people in Sing Sing getting all these checks, right, was not a good look for the government. So this time, no. You may be locked up, but you won't get a rebate. Not on my watch. And also, if you were deceased, you will not receive one if you were deceased prior to January 1st. Now, additionally, the rebates will be protected from federal and state debt collection. So I talked about this yesterday as well. And it's protected from bank garnishments, with one exception, guys. You already know, with the exception of past due child support payments. So if your first stimulus check was garnished due to past due child support payments, it's going to be taken again. If you will receive a check this time, but you owe on past due child support payments, no bueno. You will not get it as well. So that's the exception. They still want the money paid back to past due child support. Now, we all know that negotiations are expected to continue until August. The goal would be to have the bill passed before August 7th, which is the Senate's last day in session before its August recess. So if the negotiations are not done, guys, by August 7th, it's not looking good for us, because that means they won't pick back up until September, which means that we won't get our checks till the end of September. And at that point, is it me, or does it seem like this is lining up around the same timeline as elections? I mean, it could be a coincidence, It could be a coincidence, but we already know that Nancy Pelosi is stating like, hey, we can go ahead and postpone the recess. Let's get this knocked out. So she's like, you know what? She will postpone her August recess to make sure the American people are taken care of. We will have to see. Now, even though if both parties do come to some type of agreement, which is not looking good right now, but if they do come to an agreement by August 7th, it still has to be signed by the president before it goes into law. So we're kind of like 2 steps away. So it's kind of like, hey, right now, the Republicans have introduced their bill, but negotiations are going on. Once we negotiate, okay, this is all we're going to have, and then it still has to be signed by the president. So I hope that helps some people as well. All right, moving along, there was a study that was done by Yale, and it stated that in the study that the $600 unemployment bonuses did not lead to people working less. So we know that there's been this, this talk that's going around like, hey, we're not going to pay people to stay at home and not work because, they're making more in unemployment. And that may be the case for some people. But, White House Economic Advisor Larry Kudlow said in June, hey, he told CNN this measure was a disincentive to work, adding that we're paying people not to work. Now, on the contrary, the Yale study found that there was no evidence that the recipients of the more generous benefits were less likely to return to work. They said actually the researchers concluded that workers who received larger increases in unemployment benefits relative to their wages did not experience a greater decline in unemployment after the CARES Act was enacted. They're saying that a lot of people actually returned to work according to this study. They realized that they needed insurance benefits and they have returned to previous jobs over time at similar rates as others. So they says that as the economists, we find no evidence that the more generous benefits disincentivize work either at the onset of the expansion or the firms look to return to business over time. So there you have it, guys. So it's hey, but right now, it's all this verbiage and people hey, I'm looking for people to work. Nobody wants to come back to work. And the study is saying that is not the case. So you know what? It's the media, the propaganda, the headlines. We already know. So who knows? Now we know as of right now that the unemployment payments are looking to be about $200 a week through September compared to the current $600, but we'll see what happens in the negotiation. So it still can go back up to $600, it can go to $400. We have to wait and see. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this EBT and the Republicans being super stingy. Okay, according to Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, he said that the latest bill proposed by the Republicans is stingy. He said the Republican plan does almost none of these things. It is stingy. Amazingly, it has these corporate benefits, no money for food stamps, but a deduction for a 3-martini lunch for a big businessman. Big cushion for defense contractors, no cushion for people who'd be kicked out of their homes. I agree 100%. I don't think he could have said it any better. I agree 100%. Now, we know that the HEROES Act that was passed by the House, they wanted a 15% increase. As of right now, I cannot find any information that is stating that the EBT benefits will be continued for the upcoming school year. We have to wait and see, and it was not addressed as of right now in this latest bill. Now, we know that Mitch McConnell said, hey, there's 8 parts to this thing, okay? We're gonna keep rolling it out, so maybe it will come up in one of those parts. Maybe we gotta get to the next level, okay? It's I don't know, like Mortal Kombat, finishing him, we gotta get to the next level, and we haven't made it there, so. Alrighty, so speaking of food stamps, Florida is adding back the work requirements for food stamps despite the pandemic. So Florida officials quietly restarted the work requirements for food stamp recipients at the beginning of July. Now, what this means is the requirement suspended nationally on April 1st because of the public health emergency. And so pretty much able-bodied adults under the age of 50 who don't have children under the age of 6 or otherwise qualify for an exemption under the rules, they must work or participate in an education and training program offered by the state for at least 80 hours a month. If they don't, they are limited to 3 months of food stamps every 3-year period. Jeez. So Florida wants you to start back looking for a job and doing these programs, and you have to start doing this now, even though there's a pandemic going on, okay? So also in food stamps in New York, New Yorkers who have the pandemic crisis right now and the financial fallout, they are going to receive $420 a piece to every public school student. So you should receive $420 like in EBT or food stamps. Those accounts who already receive assistance will have this additional money added to the account. But in the next few weeks, the funds are going to go to 2 other groups who would not have otherwise qualified for the aid. And this will be undocumented immigrants and higher income earners. So now it's if your child just attend public school regardless and you stay in New York, you're gonna get the $420 period. So even if you make $300,000, it doesn't matter. you're gonna get it. Now, for those people that are high income earners, if you do not want to keep your EBT or your $420 benefit, if you give it to someone, they're stating that it is fraud, right? You can't give it, you cannot donate it at all. So what they have created is this program is a website called Share My PEBT. Okay, so at this point, you can take the food or you can return the card back to the government. You can't transfer the card, but what you can do is you can go buy the food and then donate the food to food banks, food pantries, or more money to donated food than the actual value of the food. So pretty much like you can go to the grocery store and you can do these things. So even if you are a high income earner and just say you don't want to, like just use the benefits for whatever reason, you can go to Share My PEBT and they will give it and it can go to a better cause, okay? So super cool. Alrighty here, so in Chicago, Mayor Lightfoot, she has announced that there's going to be $33 million more in housing assistance. Now, she said that this will actually cover you for rental assistance for the next 6 months, and it's going to be it starts on August 10th, and it will be eligible for recipients that have, or you're going to get priority if you are a low income earner. Now they have a new website. I'll include that in the description box below, and on there you'll be able to get on this website, like you can schedule for like eviction counseling, you can also schedule for like just different resources or programs, and once you apply on August 10th, it will actually submit to 4 different rental relief programs, and they have $33 million that's going to be designated or set aside to help as well. Now the money will still go to your landlord or rental property on there, but it is for those they want to prevent the widespread homelessness. There we go. What is going on? Foreclosure and eviction due to the pandemic, and for those that just need some finances. So you can get 6 months. And speaking of rental assistance, right now in Nevada, they are begging people, guys, to apply for their program. They said that, hey, they still have funds available. A lot of people have not applied, and I don't know, I didn't look at the application. Maybe that, due to the income requirements. I don't know. Let me know. For all my people that live in Nevada, let me know. But as of right now, they're saying, hey, we have a program that will help people be able to cover up to $15,000 month of missed rent payments, or 15,000 months of missed rent payments. So as of right now, they do have that going as well. And then in Georgia, specifically in Cobb County has set aside some money to strengthen the economy as well. They have issued $1 million of the CARES Act funding to a program called Cobb Works. And pretty much what this will be, it will be a grant that will use to help provide a robust economic recovery. Now this will help 230 residents and employers, and pretty much they're gonna offer like different training, guys, and the training would be like in healthcare, IT, advanced manufacturing, transportation, logistics. And so they will help you get trained so you can go. So like for those that may have lost their jobs, or you're just looking for a change of career, you can actually sign up for the program and you'll receive the education, training, and employment services focused on high wage, short-term training programs, including apprenticeship. So they will have access to transportation and childcare as well. If you are interested, you can apply at 770-528-4300. I'll include it in the description box below, or you can email information@cobbworks.org. Guys, I think that is a great program. The fact that you can go and get some type of profession that will help you, especially like in IT, healthcare. They're providing transportation, they're providing childcare, and it's a training program. I mean, you cannot beat that at all. And what I like about things like this is because if it's happening in Georgia, in Cobb County, maybe you got to do a little research and just search in your area. There may be something that's in Alabama, there may be something that's in California. So the fact that they are doing this, and the CARES Act did provide a lot of funding, so maybe the states are now putting this funding to great use. So if you do stay in Cobb County, I would definitely say take advantage of it, and they're going to even try to find you a high wage job. Okay, like can you beat that? Like, let me know down below. Can you beat that? Childcare, transportation. I'm going to school for free, so I don't have to have no student loans or anything. And then this will be something that will help me later on. I think it's a win-win-win. So let me know. So this is all that's on the news for today, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. You always do. And how's your Tuesday going? How is your Tuesday? What do you have planned this Tuesday? I am right now loving Greenleaf. It's a show that comes on OWN Network. This is not sponsored at all. But I do love the show. So let me know if you watch the show or what some shows that you watch. I'm not a big like movie person or even like a Netflix and chill. That's not my thing. And I'm not really a TV watcher. This show just happened to spark my interest and I've been like binge watching it every Tuesday. So let me know, what do you think about the EBT? What do you think about what's going on with the HEALS Act? And I know y'all can say, well, my money. Like, that's it, right? Where is my money? Girl, guy, wait till the end of September. Be patient. We've been patient now. Like, we're not even going there, sis. Like, we're not even gonna go there because we've been patient this long. So what's a few more weeks gonna hurt? I know, you guys will tell me down below. All right, bye guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Bye.